She spoke with a chilling calm. You don't get to dictate my weekend plans. We're not even married. I had reserved a table at one of the city's finest restaurants, planning to propose with a Van Cleef diamond ring she had always dreamed of. But she had chosen to take a spontaneous trip with her friends instead. When she returned, her face was clouded. That evening, I came home from work to an apartment shrouded in darkness and silence. I called her. She answered immediately, the sounds of loud music and laughter spilling through the phone. "Hey, Andrew," she said casually. "I'm heading to the airport. The girls and I decided to spend a few days at the beach. It's a last-minute trip." I paused, stunned. "You're serious? Tonight was—" She sighed. "Andrew, you don't get to control my weekend plans. We're not married yet." I didn't reply. I just stood there, phone in hand, staring blankly at the floor. Then I hung up. For a moment, everything felt hollow. And then something shifted. The frustration melted away. The sadness dissipated. All that remained was a quiet, strange clarity. I looked at the small ring box on the table, the one I had planned to give her tonight, and I knew exactly what I had to do next. We'd been together for 2 years. I'm Andrew, with a stable job in my own apartment. Chloe had moved in about a year ago. From the start, I paid the rent, the largest expense, and most of the groceries. She only handled utilities, internet, electricity, and cleaning. It seemed fair at first, but gradually I realized I was shouldering nearly everything that truly mattered. Chloe is incredibly social. She has a tight-knit group of friends she calls the Sparrows. They hang out almost daily, take sudden trips, and post every moment online. I was never part of that circle. I'm not someone who thrives on constant socializing. I enjoy quiet dinners, small trips, and meaningful, intimate moments. Chloe craves noise, parties, and being surrounded by people. In our relationship, I had been the planner. I remembered anniversaries, book tables, bought gifts, and did my best to make every occasion special. She often canceled at the last minute, sometimes because she was tired, other times for sudden outings with her friends. I rarely argued, thinking it was better to give her space. But over time, it stopped feeling like a partnership. Her friends treated my apartment as their own. They came over uninvited, ate my food, watched TV, and left messes behind. Chloe dismissed it, calling me too serious. When I decided to propose, I thought maybe it would restore balance. Maybe she'd see how much she meant to me. I spent weeks preparing the dinner and saving for the ring. Then she canceled without a second thought to go on a random trip. That night, I finally saw the truth. It wasn't just a matter of priorities. It was about respect. I had given her everything, and she hadn't even noticed. That was a moment I stopped trying to prove my worth to someone who never valued it. I sat on the couch, staring at the ring box on the coffee table. For a long time, I stayed still. Then I opened it. The ring gleamed perfectly, but its meaning was gone. I didn't feel sadness. I just felt finished. I picked up my phone and called my best friend, Mike. He answered immediately. "Hey man, what's up?" "I'm buying dinner tonight," I said. He laughed. "What's the occasion?" "My freedom," I replied. "Bring Josh and Lena. Same restaurant as usual." That night, I arrived at the restaurant wearing the same suit I had intended for the proposal. The staff recognized me and saw the reservation still active. I told them to keep the table for 4, just me and my friends. When they arrived, Josh looked around. "Where's Chloe?" "She's not coming," I said. "Actually, she's gone for good." We sat, ordered drinks, and I recounted everything. The call, her words, the sudden trip. No one interrupted me. When I finished, I set the ring box on the table. "This was supposed to be Hayes tonight," I said. "Now, it's just a reminder of how naive I was." For a moment, silence lingered. Then Mike raised his glass. "To lessons learned," he said. "And to better women in the future," Lena added. We laughed and toasted. At first, the mood felt strange, a mixture of relief and disbelief, but soon it eased. We shared stories, joked, and laughed. I hadn't felt this relaxed in years. For a second, I reflected on how differently the night had turned out. Same table, Same shoot, but a completely new reason to smile. At one point, Lena said, "Andrew, this might be the healthiest thing you've done all year." I smiled. About time, right? Mike ordered an excessive amount of food, steaks, dessert, wine, declaring it a breakup feast. But for me, it didn't feel like a breakup. It felt like liberation. Before leaving, Lena asked, "Want me to take a picture?" We raised our glasses and smiled as she clicked a few shots. "Should I post one?" she asked. "No," I said. "Let's keep this between us." This wasn't about showing off or revenge. It was about real friendship, people who appeared when I needed them most. Later, I returned home, placed the ring box back in its drawer, and looked around. Same apartment, same silence, but now it felt like mine again. After dinner, I spent the night packing, her things, not mine. I folded her clothes, organized her makeup, shoes, and all the scattered belongings she had left behind. I packed everything into boxes. It wasn't anger, it was closure. The apartment finally felt orderly. I didn't change the locks. I wanted her to collect her things herself. No drama, no yelling. 3 days later, I heard the door unlock. Chloe entered, sunglasses on, shopping bags in hand, a sun-kissed tan from her trip. She stopped, eyes widening at the sight of the boxes. "Hey," she said casually, "why is everything packed?" I stayed calm. "Your things are ready for you to take." She froze. "What do you mean ready for me to take?" "I'm asking you to move out." Her expression shifted. Confusion, shock, then pure anger. "Are you serious right now? You're kicking me out." "What the hell, Andrew?" she shouted. I nodded calmly. "You said it yourself. I don't get to dictate your weekend. You're not my wife, so you don't have to live here anymore, either." She slammed her bags onto the floor. "That's just words. You're overreacting. You can't just—" "I can," I interrupted. "It's my apartment. I pay the rent." She scoffed bitterly. "Oh, so now it's all about money? You think that because you cover the rent, you get to control me?" I stayed quiet, my tone steady. "No, I just want the respect I've been missing for far too long." Chloe started pacing. "Unbelievable. I leave for a few days, and you completely lose it. Are you even listening to yourself?" I didn't reply. Instead, I moved a few boxes closer to the door. Then it happened. As I bent to pick up one, the ring box slipped from my jacket pocket and clattered to the floor. Chloe froze. Her eyes locked on it. "What's that?" she asked softly. I didn't answer. She stepped closer, picked it up, and opened it. Her face changed immediately. All the anger vanished. You were going to propose," she whispered. I stayed silent. Her eyes widened. "Andrew, I had no idea. I swear, if I'd known." "You did know," I said quietly. "Something special was planned. You just didn't care." She took a hesitant step forward. "No, please, listen. I made a mistake. I was foolish. I thought it was just another dinner. I never meant to hurt you." Tears welled in her eyes. She reached for my hand. "Please, can we talk? I'll make it right. I'll fix it." For a moment, I felt a flicker of sympathy. Then memories rushed back. The ignored call, the canceled plans, the way she treated me like I was optional. I withdrew my hand. "No," I said firmly. "You don't get to fix this. I already did." She looked confused. "What do you mean?" "The dinner still happened," I said. "I just shared it with people who actually care about me." Her lips trembled. "You're lying." "I'm not," I replied. "I had dinner with Mike, Lena, and Josh. Same restaurant, same table. We called it a celebration of freedom." Her tears vanished almost instantly, replaced by fury. "You're unbelievable," she yelled. "You humiliated me. You made me look like a fool." "No," I said quietly. "You did that yourself." She shook, switching between crying and yelling. At one point, she screamed, "You'll regret this. Everyone will know what kind of man you really are." I didn't respond. I just pointed at the boxes. "Your Uber should be here in 5 minutes." For a moment, she stared at me. Then she grabbed a box, wiped her tears, and stormed out. A week passed. I thought it was finally over. But then it began. One morning, I woke to a flood of messages. Old friends, colleagues, even my cousin asking, "Hey man, what happened?" I opened Instagram. There it was, a long post from Chloe. Just wanted to share something painful. My boyfriend was planning to propose, and right after, he threw me out of his house. Then he celebrated with a big dinner, laughing like nothing happened. Attached were pictures, the ring box, snapshots of me with my friends at dinner. I realized the restaurant staff must have taken and shared them. Her post went viral in hours. Comments poured in. Wow, what a psycho. He's emotionally abusive. Poor girl. She deserves better. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. By the end of the day, Mike called. She really did it. Oh? Yeah, I said. Let her have a moment. Lena wasn't so calm, he added. Moments later, Lena posted a story. Funny how some people forget to mention they ditched a proposal to party on the beach. Then Josh added, for everyone asking, that dinner wasn't a celebration after kicking someone out. It was a breakup recovery dinner for a friend who deserved better. Screenshots spread quickly. Chloe's claims were challenged. Her messages, the ignored call, everything surfaced. Then 2 neighbors even chimed in. Andrew helped me fix my door last month and never asked for anything. He's not the monster she's describing. They lived together. He paid rent. She only covered Wi-Fi. Maybe she should tell the full story. By the next morning, Chloe deleted her post. Her friends, the Sparrows, faced backlash as well. People mocked them online. Eventually, silence fell. 4 days, my feed was filled with arguments, some defending her, some calling her out. I didn't comment once. I just watched. For years, I had tried to explain, defend, and excuse her behavior. Now, the truth spoke for itself. A few days later, Chloe texted me for the first time since moving out. I didn't mean for it to go that far. Can we talk? I stared at the message, then deleted it. After everything, I cut all contact. I returned the Van Cleef and Arpels ring to the jewelry store through their resale program. It felt strange letting go of something so significant, but walking out, I felt lighter. My apartment was quiet again, and for the first time in months, the silence felt peaceful. The first few nights alone were odd, but gradually, they began to feel normal. I stayed single intentionally, focusing on work, returning to the gym, and spending time with friends, not dwelling on the past, just living. Months later, I met someone new, Emma. We met through a mutual friend at a birthday dinner. She was calm, kind, and honest. With her, I didn't need to compete for attention. She listened. She cared. There was no drama, only steady, genuine connection. As our relationship deepened, I considered proposing again. This time, I didn't repeat past mistakes. I bought a new ring from a different jeweler, a symbol of something fresh. When I gave it to Emma, I said, this isn't just about marriage. It's about starting something honest, something that belongs to both of us. She smiled and said yes. And for the first time, it felt completely right. Looking back, I don't regret what happened with Chloe. It was a lesson I needed most. Never stay where you're treated like an option. Losing the wrong person sometimes makes room for the right one.